Plenty to play for on this, the final Friday of the high school football regular season. Welcome into week 10 of Friday Night Hits. I'm Mark Whiteman. Thanks as always for joining us. Region champions to be crowned, playoff seeding to be slotted, all on the line tonight. And where else to begin but the reservation, where Gaffney and Burns, two of the favorites to win it all in a little more than a month in 5A, meeting to decide a region title in our Sparrow Financial Game of the Week. Chase Justice has the highlights.
The region crown is on the line here at the reservation as the Gaffney Indians play host to the Burns Rebels. It's a matchup between two of the most prominent teams that the upstate has to offer. Just the latest chronicle in the Burns versus Gaffney rivalry series. First drive for the Indians, Jaden McDowell gets the handoff, but Jaden Ferguson pops the ball out and jumps on the loose ball to set the Rebels up with prime field position. The ensuing possession for the Rebels, Stevens looking for Armani Weaver in the end zone, but Beyonte Robs would have other plans. Picked off by the Indians, bit of a turnover party as these two heavyweights start to feel each other out. But later on in the first quarter, the freshman phenom Trey Segara strolls his way into the end zone to draw first blood for the Rebels, up 7-0. Burns student section can sense that region crown getting closer and closer, and so can Zy Landrum. Took all three attempts from the goal line, but the Rebels enter the half with a 17-0 lead. But Gaffney wouldn't be out of this fight just yet. Jaden McDowell would power his way in for another score to cut the lead down to just 7. But in the end, it's time to party like it's 2014. The Burns Rebels are region champs once again. Final score, 33-21.
Our guys really stepped up and knew what was going on. They studied the game. They out-prepared them. They knew their plays. And they knew their checks. So we'll probably see them again. Great football team, two upstate giants.
While both of these schools have already clinched a spot in the playoffs, the Burns Rebels have just won their first region title since 2014, securing at least 2 home playoff games in Duncan. Reporting in Gaffney, I'm Chase Justice, WYFF News 4 Sports.
Chase, thank you. How about Burns? A battle of 8-1 teams in Inman, where the Chapman Panthers were eyeing a 7th straight region title, but these Broome Centurions having a special season, 1 win away from their winningest campaign since 2005. But Chapman has had the upper hand in the rivalry lately, going for a 9th straight win against Broome, and this was everything it was billed to be. Opening possession, Broome's Kamaje Brackett Brannon. Anyone need anything? KBB hitting the corner store. 25 yards for the Centurion score. On the next drive, Chapman's Coleman Gray, the quarterback, charting his own course. He'll do it himself from 14 yards out, evens the game at 7. Chapman up 21-14. Late in the half, Mathai Scott right up Main Street. Panthers take a 2-touchdown lead into halftime and moving on into the third quarter after Broome cuts the Chapman lead to 28-21. The Panthers answering back. Coleman Gray again emerging from the pack for a 24-yard touchdown. Broome would get close late, but Chapman holds on for a 38-35 win to claim the region title. And another region title to be won at Ren. The Hurricanes hosting the BHP Bears, looking to wrap up the regular season. Undefeated, have not done that since 2010. Marquise Henderson, this kid, special, making it look easy. 54 yards to put the Bears ahead 7-0 in the opening quarter. And into the second quarter, the Bears on the move once more, but Ren's Titus Sessions says, yeah, I got other ideas. The diving INT that ends the drive, but BHP just getting started. They go on to get a 51-14 win over Red. Spartanburg still winless in their difficult region, hosting Dorman. Winner earns a playoff bid. Loser could still get in at large. Vikings with a terrific first half, led 21-0. Third quarter, Dorman striking quick. That was Bryce O'Neal to K.D. Hainsworth, and O'Neal to Trayvon Fernandez. Dorman's into the end zone, but check out Trenton Lynch for Spartanburg. 4 minutes left in the game, and he ices it with a big-time touchdown. Spartanburg 35, Dorman 14. The last 3 1A championships together in Simpsonville tonight. Southside Christian won back-to-back state titles at home against Christ Church, who won it all last year, both aiming to finish as the only undefeated team in Region 1A. The Cavaliers have won their last 5 this season. The Sabres have won their last 6, but it's Christ Church with a 7-zip halftime lead. And after a big kickoff return to start the second half, Cavaliers in close again. Deshaun Reeder fights his way in. The extra point no good, but it is 13-0 Christchurch. And on the very next drive, Tucker Hendricks back to pass. Jackson Rep comes up with it, their second scoring connection of the night. Cavaliers storm SSC for their second straight Region 1 1A title, 34-0. What a win for Walhalla and head coach Chris Stone last Friday. Their first win against Seneca in 44 years. Trying to wrap up the campaign with a win against an explosive Pendleton team. But the Bulldogs scoring early and often. LJ Maddox is in, the first points of the night for Pendleton. And then on the approach again, Luke Gray drops it in a bucket to Abijah Webb. Bulldogs doing their thing, 54-8 the final in Walhalla. Eyes on the Sky. Sky 4 over Greer. Yellow Jackets started 1-5, but they are undefeated in region play and playing for a region title against Riverside. LaDainian Martin into the end zone gives Greer a 21-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. And into the second, this dynamic duo in the backfield of Martin and Chris Hall, they strike again. This time it's Hall on the read option keeper. Strong second half of the year for the Yellow Jackets. They claim the Region 2 4A crown, 42-21 over Riverside. 96 hasn't beaten Abbeville since 2014. The Wildcats and Panthers linking up tonight for a winner-take-all Region 1 2A title. 96 enjoying their most successful year since 2018, but Abbeville built different. Had a 14-0 halftime lead. Place was packed, no surprise. Give it a big 35 on the goal line. Altavius Patterson power shifting in, 21-0 Abbeville. Into the fourth quarter, Wildcats in the red zone could slice into the deficit. Zay King so good for 96, but he fumbles it away right there. The Panthers land on it, and a couple plays later, Jalewis Haddon, night. Abbeville wraps up a region title 42-0. The Hillcrest Rams and Mr. Football finalist Avery McFadden welcoming JL Mann. Winner gets a home playoff game next week. Opening drive for Hillcrest. Rams go right down the field. There's McFadden on the receiving end of Caleb Sutton's dart. 7-0 Rams. Now it is a 14-7 game. Hillcrest still in front. Ethan Anderson and the Patriots trying to answer. Anderson picked off by McFadden. Jumps the route on the sideline. Those are always trouble. Pick 6 for the Georgia State commit. Hillcrest goes up by 2 scores, but what would you know? What an answer from Scoot Watson's Patriots. After we bounced, man went off, and they outlast the Rams 42-35. All right, just enough break for a quick timeout as we close up the first half here tonight on Friday Night Hits. Plenty more football ahead, but first, our halftime staple mic'd up. Greenville head coach Greg Porter in the spotlight tonight.
Hey, put the chicken in the microwave. Hey, the quarterback is a runner. Yeah. He's not a thrower. All that hollering like you in the Pentecostal church. If you hadn't done your job, it wouldn't have been no play. If we can stop them, we're going to go for a free kick. Hey, it's senior night. Try and get them seniors in. Hey, I've been waiting for this for 15 years.
Thank you, everybody. Always a good time at Serene Stadium. Greenville looking to lock up a first-round home game in the playoffs next week. A win against Easley, and they would do just that. Let's pick this game up opening quarter. First drive for Easley. Will Patton calling his own number. He's calling and hauling. 60-plus yards to pay dirt. Easley strikes first, 7-0. But later in the first quarter, Bryson Drummond for Greenville just hitting Rashad Robinson, who goes right, and then, actually, I'm going to go back the other way. And, yeah, works out just fine. Finds a hole, and ultimately the end zone. That ties it at 7. Second quarter, easily back to punt, and Braden Renfro comes up with a return, and he's going to take it 55 yards to the house. 21-7 Greenville at that point, and they get the 42-14 win. All right, let's keep it moving on week 10 of Friday Night Hits. The Daniel Lions, still kings of their jungle, clinching a 5th straight region title last week, closing the regular season in Central tonight against Crescent. The Tigers have 6 wins for the first time since 2018. Had no answer for Daniel, however. Lions leading 30-0, under a minute to go in the half. Colton Chapman, look out now. Nick's Graydon in the corner of the end zone makes a great play, but as you can see, that ball dropped, still ruled a touchdown. So 37-0 Daniel at half, and they're just salting it away in the second half. Lee Turnipseed breaks a couple tackles into the red zone. Daniel completes a perfect regular season, 50-0. Liberty and Chesney both playoff bound. Seeding still up for grabs. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Chesney with the lead and the ball. Austin Bigford, big 33, breaking through the crowd of Red Devils, breaks free for their second touchdown of the night, and Chesney's got a 14-0 lead. Under 4 minutes left in the half. Chesney with the ball again. Hayden Webb, he's breaking on out of there for another Chesney touchdown. They go up 21-0, but Liberty rallies all the way back after he left with a 36-35 win. The Greenwood Eagles at home getting Pickens. Eagles leading 14-7 with the ball in the second quarter. Tristan Lewis, the Greenwood quarterback, rolling out a little stutter to evade the pressure. I see you. And he sees Thomas Chandler, and Chandler is going toward goodness. 21-7 Greenwood. Same score, same quarter. Greenwood with the ball again. Alon Wade around the outside, 20 yards for another Eagles score. 48-14 Greenwood on top of Pickens. Clinton has found its stride in region play. 3 straight wins for last year's 3A Upper State finalists, heading down to Emerald this evening. Red Devils could ride some momentum into the playoffs with a 5th straight win against Emerald, but the Vikings came out fired up, and the Red Devils were ready. Scoreless early, but not for long. Caden Crawford with the sweep, gets to the edge. Some nice blocking there, holds off the charging defenders, dives into the paint, touchdown Clinton. 7-0 later in the quarter. Tyshawn Richardson running around back there. Somehow frees himself up along the sideline, rips a dime to Zay Johnson. Red Devils running hot, and they roll 51-13. Get to the chopper. Sky 4 and Taylor's rivalry game between Eastside and Wade Hampton. Nothing doing. Opening quarter. Generals moving the ball. Jack Stepp on the money to Jamarian McKinney. That's a really good throw right there. Call that an explosive play. Wade Hampton wouldn't be able to capitalize. Final minute of the quarter. Peyton Schrader steps up, finds Noah Honeycutt, and Honeycutt's got a lot of grass to cleave for the big touchdown as Eastside goes on to get a 28-14 win. Powdersville at Palmetto. Patriots have won 2 of their past 3 with a comfortable lead here, and Brandon Waldrop tacking on from 8 yards out gives Powdersville a 33-7 lead after the extra point, and that is how the score would stay. Powdersville gets the 33-7 win to close out the regular season 5-5. And as we close the show tonight, an incredible moment at Travelers Rest. This is senior Carson McLeese leading the team out of the tunnel. Carson has autism. He is unable to play, but the Devil Dogs surprised him tonight. He suited up, led the team out onto the field. Carson loves sports, loves the Devil Dogs. He's the film coordinator for football, basketball, and baseball. Coach saying Carson is the epitome of what being a Devil Dog is all about. That's good stuff right there. That'll do it for us. Week 10 of Friday Night Hits is in the books. The regular season done. It's time for the playoffs for Chase and our entire hardworking crew. Thanks as always for joining us. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.